Hey guys, we're doing something different today. It's gonna be kind of fun. So, we have a mountain landscape. This is requested by, I think it's pronounced Mia from California. And she wanted a landscape. So this is what we got. So you guys want to take your horizontal paper, take your pencil, and I like to put a border around it. You don't have to. I just think it looks more like a photo. So just go, and it could be, you can use a ruler or not a ruler. I'm just gonna be making a line without a ruler around the outside. Just doing the best I can here. All right. Fantastic. And I made the trees in the foreground. It's like a silhouette of them. That's why they're black. But we're gonna start with that. We are just gonna start with the trees, okay? So what you're going to do, actually take your Sharpie. You wanna go along the bottom, because that is gonna be all black on the bottom. And then we're gonna make a hill. Ooh, I'll make it this way so you can see. Make the hill come down and make it come back up a little bit, okay? So you can go in, Sharpie that in, because see how it's all Sharpie there? Sharpie away. Now I've actually never done a drawing of a landscape with trees and mountains. I've done a painting, but that was probably a long time ago. I first took painting classes, I think I was in 6th grade. And when I was out of this lady's house, it's actually out of her garage, and it was a bunch of old ladies that smoked. And at the time, and probably still so, I'm allergic to smoke. And so my eyes would swell up, but I was so excited to be able to take painting classes. And so they all would just, all these old ladies would just sit there and smoke. So with your pencil, I want you, we're gonna make this tree. It starts with a line. So you're not all the way to the top, maybe right here, and make a straight line down. Okay, now next to it, maybe about halfway, make a straight line down. So now we're gonna draw where the trees are. So they almost look like triangles here, like, and it can all look different. Yours is gonna look different than mine, and mine's gonna look different than somebody else's. But you just wanna make it, see how it's a bunch of trees? And then when you go and Sharpie it in, you can kind of give it a little extra pieces. So we're just gonna do this all the way down. And it's gonna keep getting wider, and you can even put little branches out like this, see that? I'm gonna bring them down more. And as you come down, don't bring it in as much. See how I didn't come in so close? So I need to follow what I did. And then before it gets to the bottom, bring it back in. So we are going to do a couple more pieces here. And we don't need to do any more because we're gonna end up sharpening that all in. So now come top of here, do your little triangles. Good job. So this is gonna be, we're gonna be coloring all that in. Come here. So don't get discouraged. Just keep trying to do the triangles. Okay, so now I want you to take your Sharpie, because we want to see how this is looking here. And as you're coming down, I kind of made them not perfectly straight, so you can make them kind of wavy a little bit, so that you don't want them to look like a perfect Christmas tree here. So I'm making it, give it some character. Some waves in there. There we go. I love being outside. I love walking in the woods. I just love all that stuff. It just really rejuvenates me. And when I was a kid, my favorite thing my brothers and I would do is we would go camp in our backyard. Why not, right? Get the tent out, go camping. We did that so many times. And so with my kids, I'm gonna make this wavy here. We used to camp in our backyard when we lived in California. So we had a great backyard. And one night, this is pretty funny, I forgot to turn off the sprinklers that usually go on about 3 or 4 a.m. And we have a tent that is pretty much just net. It's just open, just enough where you're outside, but the mosquitoes don't eat you. So you're pretty much outside. And I was in there with my youngest, and she brought like almost every single stuffed animal in with us. And because that's just what kids do, bringing all their friends to bed. And at about 3, 4 a.m., the sprinklers went on, and it was pretty much less like us just sleeping on the grass, getting completely soaked. So I got out of my little sleeping bag, and I had to go run in the house, through the garage, into the garage, and turn off the sprinklers. But by that time, everything was drenched. But I was so tired, and my youngest did not even wake up. Nope, she didn't wake up. So I was so tired, I said, you know what? We're fine. Crawled back in my sleeping bag, wet and all, and I just went back to sleep. And then when my youngest woke up the next morning, she's like, oh my gosh, Mom, why is all my stuffed animals are wet? I started laughing, because the sprinklers went on, because we were everything was just soaked. But it made it part of the adventure, right? Why not? Fun, fun. That's the joy of having siblings and having kids. Makes life more fun. Okay, look at this. I'm thinking this looks pretty darn awesome. I'm excited to continue on so we can draw the rest of our beautiful picture. Here we go. Hold it out. Come on, Sharpie. You can do it. Put a little trunk in there. If you want to make the trunk a little thicker, you can. Okay, look at that. Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to draw this little baby tree. So you just do a line down and do the same thing like we did before. The little triangles. Of course, you don't want them perfect triangles, because then they will just look like triangles. So we'll make them all look a little different. There we go. And we're going to draw it's this one right here. Straight line down. And then there's going to be one right here. Straight line down. All right, we do the same thing. Kind of make the triangles. Make some of these longer than others. Some thicker than others. So hopefully you guys it's coming along for you. Okay, I'm cracking up right now. Outside of my studio window, there's a white bunny. I am not kidding you. It's hopping in my front yard. It's so cute. I just want to keep it. I know it's the neighborhood bunnies. There's one house that it just has tons of bunnies, and they just hop all around the neighborhood and no care in the world. Is that just the cutest thing? It's a little white bunny with pink ears. Oh, that is cute. I think I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to draw a bunny one of these days. Okay, so after you've gotten that all done, we are gonna Sharpie it, and then we are almost done with our Sharpie. The last thing we're gonna Sharpie is, and then we get a draw. Yes. Okay, so let's Sharpie our lovely trees. Make sure when you're doing it, make them look not perfect. We want them to look like they're trees here. Excellent. Okay, so let's color these in. Do you guys have any cool stories? I think one of my favorite parks, national parks to go to is Yosemite. I have not taken my family, but I used to go when I was a little younger. And my parents have a story that they climbed up Half Dome. So if you guys have time, Look up a picture of Half Dome. It's literally one side is just straight up and down, and then it's like half of a dome. And you climb on the outside. You're just holding onto like these ropes and chains to climb up. I mean, you kind of have to be a little athletic to do that. And then when you get up to the very top, you just have this amazing view. But right when they got to the very top of Half Dome, a lightning storm came in. Can you imagine? Well, they're in the middle, they're on top, right here on top. What's gonna get hit? There's no trees up there. It's just a big giant rock. What's gonna get hit? What do you think's gonna happen? Yeah, they're gonna get hit because you're on the top, and the first thing it's gonna strike is you. So what they do on the very top of Half Dome, there's this ledge over the top part, and you can crawl into this like little cave crevice. Scariness. But everybody that was on top had to crawl over the edge into this cave until the storm passed. But that is something, a story they can tell for generations. I have not climbed Half Dome. Maybe I should put that on my bucket list. I'm gonna go check out that little crevice cave that my parents had to curl up in with lots of strangers. Last thing I'm gonna do up here, I'm drawing some birds, okay? I just think, it just looked a little bare up there, so I just added some birds, so it just like waves up here. One more, dink. All right, that looks good. Okay, now we get to do our drawing. So we are first gonna do the water. It's like a lake. So I want you guys to come across, jump over the trees and keep it going. Do the same thing, cross, jump over the trees, keep it going, good. And now we're gonna do these trees. So these ones we will draw line down next to each other, right in that opening, and do the same thing like you did on the other ones. And then we're just gonna be coloring these ones green. Yep. Okay, bringing that down. And then we are gonna make this, don't go all the way to the ground. We're gonna make this gonna be that darker piece here. All right, maybe erase inside there so we don't see that when we color it. I don't wanna see that in there. And now let's do the next section. It's just gonna be almost straight across with just little, so we're gonna go across, keep it going, and then right about here, just kind of do like, it's very off in the distance, like pretending that there's some trees there, and you can come over here, okay? We're gonna do a purple, this is gonna be the darker purple. It's gonna go straight across. You can make it so it's kind of hilly, so it's not just straight like a ruler. Good job. All right, now we have the mountain. So I'm gonna make one mountain and two mountains. So let's start at this mountain. Mountains are just making like little bumps as you go down, okay? Let's come down this way. And it's gonna go past the trees. And the last mountain is right here. It's right by that tree. We're gonna make it in here. Okay, and I put clouds in, so I thought that just would look lovely. So how I usually do my clouds is I just make them big and poofy. Some big strokes, some little strokes. Let's come over here. I love billowing clouds, like Fabi. Nothing like a good cloud in the sky. Okay. Okay, so now I want you to get out your blue. So let's do the water down here. So I'm just gonna color in kind of hard along here, saying, okay, this is the edge of the water. And what I did to make it look like a reflection, oh, I used a different color blue, but that's okay. See how I just made it like this? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna push down hard and just kind of go like this. And it just looks like there's a reflection in the water. If you go over the black, it's fine because the black is powering. And then there's these trees, so I'm just doing a little bit right here. And then the rest, you're going to just do it very lightly. do we know? Okay, that's the water. Great job, okay? If you want to give a little more color in there, you can. We can always come back. Okay, so now I'm going to take my darkest green, which is a forest green. Oh, actually, this is just a regular green, but I like it. It looks almost forest green. Okay, you guys can color in. How I'm going to do this is almost going to look, I'm just going to color it in like this. I'm just pressing down pretty hard because this one you want it to be darker because the next one's going to be lighter. Because if you go look at like landscape and in the background, things that are farther away are going to look lighter. Awesome. And the whole bottom part of it is going to be this green. So I'm going to put a line across. Okay, and I want you to color in this whole thing dark green. So you want to push down pretty hard because the next one's going to be softer. If you want to go over a different layer, I think that's what I did. I went over with a lighter green. It's going to give it a richer look to it. Not rich in money, but just rich in color. Okay, good job. So if you wanted, you can, this is the yellow green, go a different direction and then go back over this whole thing. It's just gonna give it that rich, yeah, it's totally making a difference here. Make that look rich and green. Excellent. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so now we might as well just stick with this yellow-green and let's do this one, okay? Color this in, try to color it in lightly, because it's the background. So I'm just gonna go one direction, color this in. Excellent job. Oh, this one's gonna go across here. Oh yeah, we're gonna color all of that in there. Color this in. All right, next row is gonna be the dark purple, okay? So we can go over our line and then we're gonna color it in kind of like medium purple because then the mountains are gonna be purple too, but we're gonna make those lighter. Okay, so come in here, color those in medium hard. I'm gonna do a little harder than this. Great job. Hopefully you guys is coming along. Okay, so now with this mountain, you can outline it with the purple, and then we're gonna actually color this lighter because it's off in the distance. And then this one's even gonna be even lighter. So I'm gonna start up top, a little darker at the top, but I'm gonna try to see how light I can make it by barely pressing down on your pencil. That's how you're gonna make it lighter. And this one, I'm gonna make it a little, see how I made it darker at the top? It just makes it look better. So I'm just gonna make it a little darker. And then it fades down into less. Okay, so this one's gonna be even less. Hope you guys are still hanging in there. I don't have fun facts because I didn't know what the fun fact is. Okay, so let's do the background. So all it is the blue. So you can go around your clouds with the blue. And what I did at the very end, I went around the outside just with pencil, or you can go around with gray if you want, not required. Okay, so you're gonna come here and just pressing down harder along the mountain range, and as I'm coming up, it's just gonna get lighter. Super job. Excellent. Hopefully your landscape is turning out. I really enjoyed doing this. If you want, you can go over it a few times if you want a darker sky. So what I'm probably going to do is just go over this one more time, a different angle, because it just needed a richer look to it. So I'm just going a different direction here. Going over one more time. One more time. Let's do it. Okay, if you want, you can just, you do it with blue or gray or whatever. You can go around the whole outside of your drawing. All right, hope you guys have a beautiful day today, and I will catch you guys on the next one.